Welcome to the third annual 2021 Virtual Best of the Boot Awards. My name is Earl Turk Mackie, and I'll be the host for this evening. Turk Sports and the Turk Foundation is a youth-based organization dedicated to preparing student athletes for life after the game. Our goal is to specifically target urban youth who are most often forgotten in sports and opportunities that are unpopular in their communities. Through our organization, our purpose is to educate high school student athletes on financial literacy, leadership programs, and other avenues in sports. Tonight, we celebrate and reward deserving student athletes for all the hard work they put into their sport on and off the field. We also aim to inform student athletes on how to be financially fit in their career of choice after completing their education. Congratulations to all the finalists watching tonight, and thank you in advance for participating in this event. You are all winners. We applaud all the student athletes for their hard work and dedication. The Best of the Boot Award finalists were selected from around the Metro New Orleans area by their coaches and athletic directors in their respective sports. Student athletes had to have at least a 2.5 GPA, display of leadership ability, and being an all-around great student athlete. Our first award tonight will be Best Athlete in Volleyball, presented by Amari Hurst.
And the nominees for Best Athlete Volleyball are Ashanti Aaron at Nakar, Kennedy Wells, Warren Easton, Sakira Williams, Booker T. Washington. And the winner is Ashanti Aaron.
Next, we want to give a big shout out to the Eleanor McMain Mustangs, George Washington Carver Rams, and the St. Augustine Purple Knights on representing New Orleans well in this year's state championship games. It was great to see 3 New Orleans schools represented, and especially an all-New Orleans championship game. Keep up the great work, coaches. That being said, our next award for the evening will be Best Athlete in Boys Basketball, presented by Jasmine Mackie.
Here are the nominees for Best Athlete Boys Basketball. Alex Hammond, McMain, Jamon Vincent, Landry Walker, Solomon Washington, Carver. And the winner is Solomon Washington. Congratulations.
Our next award will be Best Athlete in Girls Basketball, presented by Amari Hurst.
Here are the nominees for Best Athlete Girls Basketball. Demi Howard at Nakar, Talia Minor, John F. Kennedy, Brianna Sutton, Warren Easton. And the winner is Brianna Sutton.
Our next award will be Best Male Athlete in Track and Field, presented by Jasmine Mackie.
Here are the nominees for Best Male Athlete Track and Field. Damon Alexander, Booker T. Washington, Leon L.Y., Warren Easton, and Jared Montgomery, St. Augustine. And the winner is Damon Alexander.
Our next award will be Best Female Athlete in Track and Field, presented by Amari Hurst.
And here are the nominees for Best Female Athlete Track and Field. Alexis Estes, Warren Easton, Deljae Keller at Nakar, Jasmine Torigano, Booker T. Washington. And the winner is Alexis Estes.
Our next award will be Best Defensive Athlete Performance in Football, presented by Jasmine Mackie.
Okay, guys, this is a joke that I made myself. What does a football player do when he loses his eyesight? Anyone? He becomes a referee. You know, that was funnier in my head. Anyway, here are the nominees for Best Defensive Athlete Football. Keith Hampton, Booker T. Washington. Edward Gills, St. Augustine. Jaray Johnson, Warren Easton. And the winner is Jaray Johnson.
Our next award of the evening is the Newark Community Coach of the Year. This award acknowledges a coach that goes above and beyond and helps the community by mentoring the next generation through sports. This award will be presented by the Newark Commission.
Hello, this is Larry Barabino Jr., the CEO of Newark Commission. I want to congratulate Coach Derek Henderson of Earl Playground for receiving the 2021 Best of the Boot Volunteer Coaches Award. Coach Derek, you have definitely been a pioneer as it relates to the programming and opportunities that our young persons have received, not only at Earl Playground, but throughout the city of New Orleans. I want to thank you for your dedication, commitment, and hard work that you put into our young people up at Earl Playground on behalf of Newark. So on behalf of our mayor, Mayor Cantrell, on behalf of our youth that we serve, and on behalf of the rest of our volunteer coaches, staff, and employees at Newark, I want to congratulate Coach Derek.
Our next award would be Best Offensive Athlete Performance in Football, presented by Amari Hurst.
And here are the nominees for Best Offensive Athletes in Football. Aaron Barnes, Booker T. Washington. Destin Hill, Etna Carr. Aldred Luke, Warren Easton. And the winner is Destin Hill.
The next award is Best Athlete in Baseball, presented by Jasmine Mackie.
And here are the nominees for Best Athlete Baseball. Kenya Huggins, St. Augustine. Roshan Mackie, Booker T. Washington. James Trask, Etna Carr. And the winner is James Trask. Congratulations.
Our next award is Best Athlete in Softball, presented by Amari Hurst.
And here are the nominees for Best Softball Athlete.
These last two awards are our Student Athletes of the Year. These honor high school student athletes that have at least a 3.0 GPA and excel in both the classroom and on the field. These awards will be presented by Amari Hurst and Jasmine Mackie.
This award is important because not only have these female student athletes exhibited amazing things on the court, but also in the classroom. By maintaining a 3.6 GPA and higher, you are all to be commended. So, here are the nominees for Best Female Student Athlete of the Year. Ashanti Aaron, Etna Carr. Talia Minor, John F. Kennedy. Sakira Williams, Booker T. Washington. And the winner is Ashanti Aarons. Congratulations, Ashanti.
Here are the nominees for Male Student Athlete of the Year. Jaray Johnson, Warren Easton. Alton Newton III, Sophie B. Wright. Frank Williams, Booker T. Washington. And the winner is Alton Newton III.
Hello, welcome to this year's Turk Sports Awards. My name is Kendal Francis, and tonight I have the honor and pleasure of being this year's speaker. First and foremost, I am so honored. I consider it a pleasure to be considered worthy of being in you all's presence this evening. I love this organization. I love the young man and the family behind it. I love passing on the values that he's trying to share with all of you young people that have the potential to chase your dreams and achieve all of your goals. A little bit about me. My name is Kendal Francis. I'm currently employed at WDSU Channel 6 News as an assignment editor. And my journey to being a journalist was not one that I planned. See, I grew up in Jacksonville, Florida, attended the Bowl School, a very prestigious private school, and you could not have told me that I was not going to be in the NFL one day. I mean, it was to the point we may have had to scrap. I was so determined, I was so serious that I was going to end up in the NFL. I actually told my parents, who it really wasn't the original plan for me to attend a private school and pay the tuition that it cost to go there, but I was so dedicated and so serious about what I knew I could do. I said, look, I make you a promise. If you pay for high school, I guarantee that I'll pay for college. Lo and behold, that ended up happening. Thank glory be to God. I ended up going to Tulane University, and nothing went the way that I planned it. I wore the number 1 in high school. I was one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Florida when I came out, and all of a sudden, I came to a school where they didn't know what position I was going to play. I was versatile, and they continued to use me in various positions, but you know, when something is such a large part of your personality, a large part of your life, and you've put so much energy and effort into it, it's heartbreaking and demoralizing when all of a sudden things aren't going your way. But the one thing that I learned being an athlete is that you have to be versatile, and you have to be disciplined, you have to be dedicated, and you have to stick to what you originally said that you wanted to do. Because in life, things are not going to go your way. And it's crazy to think I sit here today knowing that even though I wanted to get to the NFL, I didn't make it. My football career at Tulane didn't go anywhere close to the way that I wanted to go. But I am currently doing more now with my heart and my mind than I ever could have done if I was a professional athlete. I think even my philanthropic activity and the way that I support young people, that's why you see this Blessed 26 behind me. I end up realizing how much of a blessing it was to receive my college education, pay for it with my athletic ability, walk out debt-free, and I realized exactly how blessed I was while wearing the number 26. The reason number 26 is so important, not only because it was my football number, it was because that is never a number that I would have picked. And I believe it was just God telling me that, you know what? God's plan, his plan for my life was absolutely, unequivocally, none of my business. And so I realized how blessed I was, and I'm only determined to be a blessing to people, and I realized it while I was at college. So that's what Blessed 26 is all about. And that's actually how I met the founder of this organization, Jordan, Earl, Jordan, Turk, Mackie. Fast forward, get past Kendal. After college, I decided to double major after getting injured. I had all this time on my hand. And I actually remember going to this dean when I had a setback where I was in an unfair position. And a person actually told me that, you know, maybe you'll make $10 an hour one day since you speak proper English. Yes, that happened. Fast forward, I needed to do an internship at WDSU Channel 6 News. And then at that particular moment, it happened. All of you are going to have a point in your life where it is going to happen. This light bulb is going to go off. God will send a lightning strike into your life, and something is going to happen that may change everything from what you originally planned, but something miraculous is still going to happen, but you cannot miss it. Fast forward. Because I was an athlete, I was used to being a student and an athlete. You're going to find out when you all play collegiate athletics that you're a full-time student, but you're also a full-time athlete. You have full-time obligations academically. You have full-time responsibilities as an athlete with rehab, practice, film study, all the things that go along with it. So you're going to have to learn time management. But all those skills paid off when I did my internship at WDSU, because one day during my internship, I was such a regular guy. The new boss walked over to me and asked me if I wanted a promotion. I'm like, great, since I don't work here. Before my internship was over, I was an employee. Just because I was so consistent with what I did. I ran circles around other interns. I'm a football player. You can yell at me, you can say whatever you're going to want, but no one's going to hit me. And if you did, I knew I was going to win. That's a little bit of arrogance that I had with me. Fast forward, I talked about versatility. You got to think about the things that you're obligated to do in this lifetime. You have to be a good son. You have to be a good daughter. You have to be a good student. You have to be a good athlete. You have to be coachable. Those things make you better than the ordinary individual. You also have to understand time. In the sport that you love, in the sport that you choose, you got to really think about that you're going to put so much energy, time, and effort in trying to master the little techniques that are going to give you the edge to make you better than everyone else. But in reality, sports, it's the one thing that you know is going to come to an end and not when you necessarily choose. If you make it to the professional level, make it to the NFL, NBA, WNBA, Olympics, what have you, it's going to end one day. You just can't do it anymore. Do you have the kind of versatility, the kind of discipline that will allow you to change gears, switch direction, but also use those tools and techniques that you did polishing your craft to be the best professional that you can be? You're probably going to be professional in a lot of other things and not the thing that you're probably thinking about the most right now. You should be passionate. You're going to have grown-ups. Yes, I said grown-ups, and I'm one of them. I had a lot of grown-ups that I love and trusted tell me stupid stuff like, say, son, I know you're passionate about football, but make sure you have a backup plan. I am telling you and I am begging you, whatever you do, do not have a backup plan. Be smart enough, disciplined enough to where when this one opportunity ends, you're capable of doing something else and utilizing those same skills. Because if you ever thought looking at it as a backup plan, it means you're unmotivated and you didn't want to do it, and you also recognize that you failed. So I am telling you as a grown man and as a responsible adult, whatever you do, do not have a backup plan. Okay? I don't want any of you thinking about failure. Now, I didn't have a backup plan, but all of a sudden, I'm soaring up the ranks in my office. And then all of a sudden, I wanted to do something else. I wanted to help people. One thing that I did, the reason I was able to help people, is I paid for my own college education. I owed no one $200,000 worth of tuition. I don't know who Fannie Mae, Aunt May, TD, whoever the heck she is. She ain't never got a dime for me and never will. I actually bought my first house before I graduated and had my parents over to my house for graduation dinner. I actually got my parents graduation presents. It's a beautiful thing to do. I know some of you have thoughts of grandeur. I want to pay all my mama's bills one day. I want that she's my why. I want to give my dad something really, really nice for supporting me and guiding me all those times. I will tell you, the best thing you can do for your parents is do everything you can for yourself. Other part about it, time. Everybody has the same amount of time. Everyone has 24 hours in a day. Now, we don't all start at the starting line. Some get a head start. Some start on the starting line, and some start way, way, way back. In life, if you ever get behind in the race, you have two choices: quit or run faster. I hope that you choose to run faster, because this world is depending on new ideas, new energy, and young people. Unfortunately, as you look at the news today, social ills are just killing us. We have so much tragedy. We have so many things happening. But you all have tools that I didn't have available to me. That thing that you all are always on, that cell phone, this thing that you cannot see or smell or touch or taste, called the internet, the World Wide Web. Do you realize with that very thing that you have in your hands, that cell phone, you can reach out and touch, listen to, watch, gain advice, get access to anyone that you look up to. But you can also use that thing to tear yourself down, get yourself in trouble, or look at negative images and destroy other people. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't get anything else of what I'm telling you, you got to understand the three elements of time. See, we'll get to this money thing because, I truly believe that money is man-made. If you become a man or a grown woman, you can make all the money that you want. Because, at my job, I trade time for compensation. They decide how much I'm going to get paid. Now, what I do with what I get paid is going to determine if I'm going to make money. See, you can go out and buy all the latest clothes, a bunch of things that really don't matter, a bunch of stuff. But if your home burned down and all of it's gone, what do you really have? I'm not saying not have nice things. I got a whole lot of nice things. and they're fun to get, but I make sure I'm a good steward of my finances because of the opportunities that my finances can make. See, people look at this thing and you hear about credit all the time, but let's first look about your credibility. One way you're going to show people your credibility is how you deal with this thing called time. See, the three elements of time. You don't know how much you have. When it's gone, it's gone. And no matter how much money you have or any resource you have, you can't buy any more of it. So what you do with the thing that you don't know how much you have of is going to determine a lot of things for you. Who you give it to is important. What you apply it to is important, and it says a lot about you. How you spend your time, whether you're practicing, whether you're being disciplined, whether you're honing your skill, whether you're reading, whether you're studying, whether you're researching, is going to later on determine where you end up, whether you're successful or not. The biggest difference between most of us is what we do with our time. And how you spend that time builds that credibility. Because one day you're going to start asking for credit, where people are going to start looking at what you did with your money. And what you did with your money is going to make them decide if they want to take a risk in loaning you more because they can get something out of it. They usually call it interest. I'm talking to you about some things that really aren't that far away. If you're sitting in a room right now and you're participating in this Turk Sports financial literacy course, or you're being awarded an award, you've already done something great. Whatever you did to accomplish what you've already accomplished, keep doing it. It's working for you. But as long as you understand what you put into it, you should also be able to take something out of it. And whenever that opportunity comes to an end, are you ready for what's next? See, here's this thing about time again. Time gives you opportunities. See, opportunities is the biggest and baddest thing out there. I get so excited about opportunities. I get to show everybody, including myself, what I can do with this opportunity. First opportunity is what I'm going to do with this time that I have when I wake up in the morning. But understand, opportunities, sometimes they're few and far in between. Sometimes they're seldom. Sometimes someone's going to make a decision off you based off of one opportunity. Be careful about always asking for a second chance, because the first place people look is at your credibility. If you ask me for a second chance, the first place I'm going to look is what you did with the first opportunity that you had. Keep that in mind. Now here's this other thing. All of us have this wish factor in the back of our heads. We wish for this, we wish for that. I was speaking to a kid one time and he was in foster care. And I said, man, if you could make a wish right now, what would you do? What would you wish for? I thought he was going to say 3 more wishes. No, he goes, well, if I wish for it, I'm admitting that I'm unwilling to work for it. But the only thing I wish for is an opportunity. A young man like me doesn't get many opportunities. Heck, my parents didn't even want me. I was so humbled. I was so taken back. And I was like, wow, this young man has a lot of wisdom. And he taught me something. So that opportunity thing is real. You have an opportunity possibly to go play collegiate sports and pay for your own education. Walk out of college debt-free. And the first paycheck you earn, that money is yours. And depending on how you go and how you apply your funds to your lifestyle will determine other opportunities that you'll have. Young people, I am so proud to be chosen to address you today. And I hope something that I've said registers with you to where if you don't do anything else, you recognize the 3 elements of time. You don't know how much you have. When it's gone, it's gone. And no matter what you do, you can't have any more of it. But that opportunity thing, please capitalize on whatever opportunities that you have created for yourself. Be proud of that, but be willing to work for what you want. Thank you.
Turk Sports and the Turk Foundation hosts an annual video essay scholarship competition for student athletes in the greater New Orleans area.
These student athletes had to have a 2.5 GPA and either be going to a 2 to 4 year university or college.
We got submissions from all around the city, and these were the best 3.
And in third place, Leon Franklin III.
And in second place, Jasmine Melanson.
And for the grand prize scholarship of $500, the winner is Raymond Stevens. Congratulations to all. Thank you for joining us for the 2021 Best of the Boot Awards. These last couple of years have been trying for all, and especially our high school student athletes. But you all made the best of a bad situation and prevailed. We look forward to next year to having a live event with all of you in attendance. To our finalists and all watching, continue to thrive. Always seize opportunities and live for the moment. Thank you all for watching, and good night.
Yo, Turk Sports, thank you so much for having me in this award show. I'm so excited to put on this performance for y'all, but thank you for real, to Jordan Mackie for picking me out and calling me, you know, to do this thing. But I'm ready. If y'all ready to vibe, I'm ready to groove. Let's do it.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Dance, 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 dance,
Yeah.
dance, 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 dance. Mix it!
Yeah, my name is Twiggy. If you don't know, we gonna be dancing. We gonna be grooving today. Let's do this. Come on. Oh.
Mix it!
Brand new whip, 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 what's poppin'? Brand new whip, it's hoppin'. I got options, I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing, I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them top. Sports in the top 10. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, it's hoppin'. I got options, I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing, I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10.
When it first happened, September, love was changing the minds, pretending while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that our souls were singing as we danced in the night. Remember how the stars stole the night away. Oh yeah.
Y'all still rocking with
Young boy, don't do it, I'm tipped you. Gotta feel it, stay with a kick with a kick that's sick that need to be hit. So tell me what y'all gon' do. I got friends and you got friends. We hop out and you hop in. I fly and they jock in. The way you drop makes me wanna pop. I got friends and you got friends. We hop out and you hop in. I fly and they jock in. The way you drop makes me wanna pop. 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 Do rock, do baby want to rock, do rock, do baby want to rock, do rock, do baby want to rock, do rock, do baby want to rock.
Yo, it's been me and Twiggity. I hope you've been rocking out with me. It's been fun. If this is your first time hearing me perform, welcome. And again, thank you for coming through. Yeah.